Good morning, everybody. This is Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families. Hey, I hope you're having a great day today. We're getting rain this week, so this is kind of cool just before spring, finishing out winter on a good note. Lots of water. You make a beautiful spring. So I hope you guys are having a similar situation where you are. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Now let's check it out. We're going to get right into it. Simple, straightforward subject. SSI Basics, the basics of supplemental security income for your family and or your special needs child as a minor, that and or as an adult. And what the basics are, it's pretty straightforward. So let's dive right into it. I'm Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, bringing you simple ideas and strategies to help lower those financial pressures today so that you can get back to what's most important, taking care of your family. So SSI Basics, what are the basics of SSI? Well, SSI is part of the SSA, the Social Security Administration. And these benefits are given to those who have disabilities and lower income, right? Both one or both, okay, depending on age and situation of family. So let's start with family of a minor. This is pretty straightforward. There's a chart. Just go right to SSA.gov and look up the chart for income qualifications for SSI for families. They go all the way from one person down to, I think, a family of 6, 7, 8 plus, and it shows you what the maximum income can be. And when you see that maximum income and you fall below that in whatever designation you are in, a family of 2, family of 7, whatever it is, if you're below that, then your family is eligible to apply and receive SSI benefits. And along with that, you can probably get Medicaid or Medi-Cal and SNAP or food stamps, whatever you want to call it, EBT, that's also potential. But we're talking about SSI. So SSI for your special needs child, if they're a minor, your family must qualify below that income number. And you must have less than $2,000 in assets. Those are the two main requirements, income and assets. Assets, you cannot have more than $2,000 in assets anywhere. That means 401k, 403b, savings account, checking account, anywhere. Anything that is valued more than $2,000, except your home and your car. Those aren't considered assets under what you call it, under SSI. You're allowed to have a home and you're allowed to have one vehicle, okay, without it infringing upon the possibility of you not getting SSI, okay? So the SSI benefit is based on that. $2,000 less in assets, that's cash or anything that is, a second car, if it's worth more than 2 grand, that's a problem. But like I said, no savings, nothing in your checking account approaching or over $2,000. So if you meet that income threshold, you don't go over it as a family, your special needs child and you then qualify for SSI. You apply for it, they check you out, they approve you, and you start receiving this income based on your family size, okay? Which then will make you eligible for Medicaid or Medi-Cal, Medi-Cal being California, Medicaid everywhere else. And then also potential, here it's called CalFresh, it's called SNAP other places, it's EBT, it's food stamp, whatever it is. It's help purchasing food monthly. Okay. So that's the simple, straightforward SSI for your family. If you have a child who's special needs under the age of 18, you must meet the income and asset requirements. Period. Like I said, go to SSA.gov and look up the asset requirements to receive SSI, and there's a chart. It's so easy to read. But if for some reason you're having an issue or a problem, or you don't have the time, or you need a consultation, hey, write down in the comments here in Facebook and YouTube. Look, our calendar is right there. It's right there. You see it? And you just set up a complimentary consultation. Go to the calendar link, set up a complimentary consultation, bring your concerns to us, and we will work with you. It doesn't cost you anything. We can meet with you as many times as it takes. Okay? All right, great. Okay, so moving on. What can the SSI be used for? Well, SSI primarily is supposed to be used for two things: food and shelter. Food and shelter only. That's what it's for. That's why if you have any assets, they go, well, you have money, you can buy food. Or you have money, you have income, you can pay for your bills. But if your income falls below whatever it is, it's a percentage above the poverty level, 133%, some weird number. But whatever it is, if you're below that, they will give you the assistance on top of whatever you're making, as long as it's below the threshold. Okay? Now we're moving on to now your child is an adult. Age of majority is 18 years old. So once your child gets to 18 years old, guess what? Your family still may qualify because your income is still low. But now that your child is 18 and that lessens the number of people in your household, then you just have to double check that you can still get the SSI for yourself. But even if you don't, even if you never had SSI because you have a substantial income, or your income is above the base requirement, or you have assets larger than $2,000, right? And your child turns 18, guess what? Now SSI is based on their income and their assets. So if you have an account for your child that has assets in it, cash in it, with more than $2,000, that's going to hinder their possibility of getting SSI as an 18-year-old, as a special needs adult. Okay. But if they don't have income and they don't really have any assets in their name, special needs trust, code word special needs trust, right? If you put that away, or code word able account, if you start an able account and you've got money in there, savings, right? Therefore, it's not going to be seen by SSI as an asset. Either way, special needs trust, able account. That's why we try to put those things in place early. We've talked about that last month, right? We'll go over it again. If you have questions about it, complimentary consultation, calendar link right there. Set one up. We're here for you, okay? So then, as an adult, now your child qualifies for not only the Medicaid, Medi-Cal, but they definitely qualify for SSI on their own, even if they're living in your house, right? And then there are ways that you need to communicate with SSI to make sure that you're showing that if you had a boarder, even if it wasn't your child, they'd be paying rent, they'd be paying a certain amount of rent, whatever you deem necessary. And then SSI will see that they're paying rent so that you guys won't get 30% taken off the top. Because that's what they do. You can't just say on the phone, yeah, my child pays rent. And then they say, what? If he doesn't have income, how does he pay rent? And then you're like, well, when he gets SSI, he'll be paying rent. And they go, okay. And then it doesn't work and you get 30% deduction. Instead of in California, 1,200 and change, you get 800 and change instead. How do I know that? That's what happened to us. So if you're in California and you have a question about getting the full benefit of SSI, or anywhere, we can help you set a complimentary consultation if you need more assistance with understanding how to communicate with SSI, with the SSA, to make sure you get the full benefit based on your child paying rent. Okay, moving on. So now your child has the full benefit. Now he's got Medi-Cal or Medicaid, right? And he's or she is going to school or doing whatever, and SSI is paying for food and shelter. And that income is definitely going to be helping you and your family. And if you are still below the threshold, your family is now getting SSI still, and your child who lives with you is paying rent and has money to pay for food and stuff to cover themselves. So now it's kind of like your child has an income of their own, and it's going to help the household out even more. Just make sure that their account, that the payee account that you have with them, the checking or savings account that's considered your payee account. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, ask us and we'll fill you in. So a payee account is where the, uh-oh, my brain just went somewhere. Okay, well, the money, keep the payee account below $2,000. That's what I'm trying to say, always. because then it could mess up your child's benefit. Not yours necessarily, but your child's because it's in their name. They're an adult. They have their own assets now. So those are the basics of SSI, and it's still used for shelter and food. And they'll get the benefit of they can get the benefit of Medi-Cal, apply for that. They can get the benefit of what is it? Of SNAP, CalFresh, EBT, right? They can get that benefit as well if they qualify, right? And the good news is that that makes them more self-sufficient, even if you're taking care of them in your house. That will help you take care of them better and help you to take care of yourself better. Okay? Because then you won't be, hampered with the monkey of I don't have enough money to pay for all these things to take care of my son or my daughter any longer now that they're an adult. Okay? And so that's it, really. Those are the basics of SSI. You qualify based on the SSA, their chart, based on income and assets. If you fall below the asset and income thresholds, your family is eligible to apply. I would say apply. And then when your child turns the age of majority, but backing up, if you have a special needs child and they're under the age of 18 and you're getting SSI for your whole family, make sure that if you're saving money for your child, because maybe they will qualify to go to college or vocational school, or maybe you're going to need money for extra therapies when they go over 18. Start saving in an Enable account. Get that started. Why? Even if you're doing 25 bucks a month, that's going to be a lump sum later that you can start drawing from for extra qualified disability expenses. And even though it's in their name, it won't be counted as an asset when they turn 18. So when they qualify for SSI at the age of majority 18, it won't get in the way of them getting their benefit through the SSA, SSI, supplementary security income. Look, it's important. We have enough expenses as it is. It's probably an upwards of an average of $12,000 to $15,000 extra a year cash for the average special needs family. And I know some of you are like going, man, I wish it was that little for me. I understand that. I got two 25-year-old sons on the autistic spectrum still living in my house. Tell me about how much it's more than 15 grand a year, right? Okay, but that's on average. So look, if you have any questions, set a complimentary consultation right now. The calendar links below. We're looking forward to working with you, okay? And those are just the basics there of SSI. If you have any questions, let us know. Send us an email at consultwithmark@yahoo.com. One word, consultwithmark@yahoo.com, or send us a private message or a comment. We're looking forward to working with you. I hope you found this valuable. Give us a thumbs up. If you're in Facebook and you're not part of our YouTube channel yet, please go subscribe our YouTube channel so you get more alerts and you know when the new videos go up. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not subscribing, please subscribe. We want to get as many subscribers as possible to get the good word out about how to be financially sound and set up a great special needs financial plan for your special needs child or anybody you may know. Thank you so much. This has been Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, giving you simple ideas and strategies to help lower your financial pressures today so you can get back to what's most important, taking care of your family. God bless you all. Have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.